Hey, family. Thank you so much for joining me. So, I wanted to talk with you about Michelle from The Bachelorette and also Gabby and Rachel from The Bachelorette. So, recently I heard that Rachel and Gabby, I did hear that actually Gabby might be on Dancing with the Stars. And I've heard recently, sorry, that Michelle was moving to LA. And then recently I made a video about Nate moving to Los Angeles as well. Um, and my thoughts on, what might have happened between him and Michelle. Not really sure exactly what happened. Um, and what I would say about her moving to LA and what I was talking about a little bit in the previous video about Nate moving to LA is that Michelle might have had this idea that, okay, she wanted Nate to move to Minnesota. And I think Nate was in Austin, Texas, and is originally from Canada, but I mean, I'm thinking he probably loved the warm weather, and Minnesota is freezing. And what is there in Minnesota? I don't know what's in Minnesota. I mean, I'm sure Minnesota is beautiful. Minnesota's had some terrible press because of the racism there, and so I of course do not agree with that. I've had plenty of experiences of racism myself as a Black woman, and so of course I wouldn't want to live in Minnesota. I love the idea of exploring and seeing what's everywhere in the world. But um, I'm wondering if um, Michelle kind of broke out of the idea that she wanted her man to move to Minnesota, because I think a lot of people said, in the video when they talked about Nate moving to LA, that, oh, if he really loved her, he would move anywhere. But maybe that's not truly what she wanted to do either, to live in Minnesota. Maybe it took an experience like this to wake her up and get her to see that there's so much more. And I heard that recently she took a break from teaching as well. Um, and what I see is that she's so intelligent, so amazing as a woman. Um, but I think, you know, like I was saying in the previous video, it's important to ask for help. Um, and it's wonderful to be a strong, independent woman. If you don't need help, you don't need help. If you do, I think it's important to ask. Um, Handle everything that you can, and then, ask for help, share the responsibility. There's nothing wrong with that. And this is coming from someone who, I mean, I know in my own experience, I've taken care of just about everything myself. But of course, you ask for help and you get help. And then you don't have to complain that you're doing it all by yourself. And I know for Black women, that's been our story for such a long time. So I wanted to say, to Michelle, if you want to explore, you want to see see what's out there in LA, I'm sure there's many opportunities for her. She's talented, she's beautiful, she has such poise, she's graceful, so elegant, um, and sharp as a tack. So I know that she'll do great in LA, and it's so exciting to see what's going to happen with that situation. Um, so I think, where the law of attraction comes in is, like I said, with um, having an experience where you thought, in her experience, maybe having an experience where she thought this is it, she's going to get married, and this man, proposed to her, and she thought they would be together forever, and then it didn't happen. A lot of people would say, it must be devastating, and I'm sure that it was. But out of that experience, I'm sure she became so much stronger and so much more determined, I would say, excuse me, to find what she wants in this life. Um, because I think before an experience like that, a lot of people have this, this idea they really, the song, I think it's a song that says use your illusion. But I think a lot of people have this illusion before they have an experience like that the world is a certain way, that I don't know, it's not that way. And I think, like I said, having an experience like that, when we think about the law of attraction, that going through maybe what some people would call the dark night of the soul, we come out on the other side of it. It's like a phoenix. It gets burned up, rises from the ashes, and is probably a million times better. But it took that experience for a person to, um, it's sort of like, honestly, dying to oneself, to that illusion, and pulling back one layer of veil, you know? And I think having the experience, she probably is starting to see that there's so much more to life. All this stuff I thought I was, you know, wanting. I thought that this was the life that I wanted to live, and I thought this is where I wanted to be, and all of that. And maybe she's finding that life is so much more and can be so much more, and she can have so much more experiences, greater experiences, plentiful experiences, if she'll just stay open to this process. And so I, of course, believe that she'll, have everything that she wants. It'll be amazing for her. She'll have wonderful opportunities. And, I think things have just begun with her. I've seen her on some of the interviews, just kind of observing, and I think it'll be very exciting to see what comes of her career. I just hope that she stays true to herself. That's the thing, because I think in LA, a lot of people forget sometimes, and they have to be reminded of who they are. Um, yes. So thank you, family, for joining me. I'm wanting to bring you some more videos very soon, um, and hope the information is interesting, helpful. It's always interesting for me to look at The Bachelor and The Bachelorette and see what's going on, and see what's going on with the people in their lives after the show and during the show and things like that. So I'm looking forward to bringing you some more videos that hopefully are useful and interesting. Thank you again for joining me. I will see you again soon. Um, and love you all. As always, happy, lightning fast, manifesting. All right. See you soon. Bye.